I'm the guy from iratemetaldetectors.com who owns more than 20 detectors. The hunt that you're going to see today really was a perception former for me for the Minelab Manticore. All right, should have a good one today. We are going to an old farm, and we're going to be using the Manticore. Let's go. Holy bramble, Batman. We better find a open section. Although this is sparse enough, you could get the coil down. We'll look around. So this is a site that I had been to before several times, and it's been very productive. In other words, it's been Noxed. When the Nox came out, it was wildly different than other detectors on the market. I'd brought the Nox to places that I had pounded with other detectors, and due to its superior separation, objects just seemed to appear. All right, we found an open field. This is a spot where we can really let it rip with the sensitivity. Yeah, 30 is no problem. Let me turn off my phone. Today I'm doing audio theme depth. We are letting the Manticore rip in a area that I know has deep objects and I know is not affected by EMI. I tell you, I would not do this in tick season. Big mistake. But right now, at least theoretically, they're hibernating. So in this deep mode, the deep volume program, there's really just two tones. No, there's really just one tone. So I'm listening for the woo, woo, woo. I'll show you with my headphones eventually. This is gonna take some getting used to. Got our first signal. It's really not that deep. Well, we got it. Looks like cosmetics. Now, what should somebody who is considering buying the Manticore expect out of the Manticore? The marketing says more power, more depth, more finds. In fairness, a week after I shot this video, there was a really deep pull of a pretty small object that I made, but it was within the realm of what the Equinox could get.
So it's 50% more power. That's 50% more power, that's not 50% more depth. Probably an easy way to answer it is for a target that you might be hitting at 30 centimeters, you might get about 2 to 3 centimeters more depth, typically.
And finally, before we go back to the video, this is an interesting angle. So we have the manual for the Equinox 600-800 right here, and it maxes out on depth, at least according to the chart. You can go deeper than this, greater than 8 inches, but 8 inches is listed. Now let's look at the manual. For the 700 and 900, you have the same graphic at maxing out at 8 inches. Yeah, I've seen those claims about the 700 and 900 being inches deeper than the 600 and 800. Nope. And you got the Manticore right here, and the max out is 9 inches, or greater than 9 inches. Again, not very deep. 75 to 80. Well, I take that back. It was under the plug. It sounds big. No, I just missed. All right, I'll be back when I get it. We have our first coin, and it is a modern dime. I just want to add, it's really important to put the iron on, you know, notch out some of the signals. Otherwise, this will go absolutely crazy. So usually I hunt in all metal, but, you know, I have a mask on today. This detector is the child of the Equinox and the Minelab E-Track, which had a really sophisticated notch system. Many would say that it's a mix of the Equinox and the CTX 3030. I don't think so. Minelab has something else up their sleeve. Solid. Seems to be 3 to 4 arrows down. The golden pull tab. This sounds really good. 74, 75, 76. This object probably is not going to be round. Let's see. I don't know what this is. Oh, yes, I do. Look at that. It's a double ring. Copper. And this seems to be iron. But it picked up the copper ring without the iron compromising it. This is really interesting. This is an old find too. This part over here seems to be copper also. And then you got the iron in between. That's not what you call a treasure. Cool. But that's an impressive pull. I might have hit a hot spot. Mid-50s. What the heck? Look at this. County Jubilee. And petrified Cheerios. Look at that. I pulled a lot of junk that day. Let's get some of the junk out of the way. Can slaw. Part of a pull tab. It's like a can slaw shank. What the heck? Piece of zinc. Great. This is a bottle cap. Oh well. 79.80. This sounds like a coin. Oh, it sure is, but it's a memorial penny. Wasn't that deep. $34.33. That was fascinating. The target trace, you could tell, it's got a little tail. That will backfire royally if you get a ring and you get a part that's like sticking up on the ring. But that's really good. Okay, look at the target trace on this. 88. Look at that. That's not exactly round. Whatever this is huge. It's probably... Oh my god, this is a real shank. What the heck? Do I have to report this to the police? No, I'm sure this is for camping. Okay, this is just like square tones on the dais. I'm sure you can't hear how loud that is, but I'm guessing that this is a larger object. By that point, I took the deep tones off and I put it into enhanced audio. That was extremely helpful. One of the things that the Deus 2 has is called square tones. And for somebody with simple ears like me, there's some people that could really, really be sophisticated with understanding what is in the ground through hearing things. For me, square tones really simplified that, and it's very similar with enhanced audio on the Manticore. Okay, they've matched the dais with square tones. You don't want the outcome to be canslaw, but it is helpful to hear when you have a bigger object. It's more clear on both the Manticore and the Deus 2. Interesting. 4 to 5 arrows down. It's not rounded, but it sure repeats. Would you look at this? That's got to be for farming. And that's conductive. That's not a relic right there. I mean, it is a relic in that it's old, but it's not made of iron. Nice. That's a pretty cool find. I might have found the same thing again. Same numbers, same look, and right next to it. Just got something interesting. What is this? What is this? It's like a piece of lead. Bale seal? Oh, I don't know. Interesting. Let's go. 74. Well, look at this. What in the world is this? We're getting some good stuff. I wonder what the use for this was. Yeah, I don't quite know what to make of this. It's an interesting piece. It's like somewhat symmetrical. Not sure. Best signal of the day. 8078, 4 arrows down. Below the plug. I see you. Roosevelt? Oh man. Yeah, it's a good 6 inches deep. At the time of filming this video, I had been using the Manticore for less than a month. I'm about 5 months in. My opinions really haven't changed too much. Not terribly deep, but this is a high conductor. Regular quarter. Good signal. 8081. Oh, it's a regular dime. All right, let's see what we could do in the open field with this, and jumping up the sensitivity as far as we could go. We're at 29. It's stable now. Minimal EMI. So let's go try the field. I stayed about 15 minutes in that field swinging, and I could not find a signal. I was in deep mode. Sensitivity was around 30. I jumped it up a little bit. I had the standard coil. Now, in fairness, with the Equinox, I had the 15-inch coil. I'm still yet to get that with the Manticore. And being that there's similar detectors and coil size affects depth, you know, it might not have been a fair comparison, but I couldn't get anything with the standard coil with the Manticore in that field. So I went to the woods. Into the woods we go. 46. Whatever it is, it's in here. And that's either a button or a rivet, I think. 2930. Maybe buckshot, I don't know. Oh, we got a dream signal. 98. And deep. This was 5 arrows down. Now it seems to be small. Could be on its side. I see you. Yes, we got some silver. Yes. First silver of the year. And of course it's Merc. Mercs love me. Mercs love me. Hey man, a day with silver is a good day. There we go. Let's look around. It's still light. I actually do have my headlamp. We got a Merc. Go. 2627. That could be a nickel signal. And it is a shot bullet. Man, it is pretty barren out here. 50s. What do we have here? Well, this is kind of heavy. Yeah, we gotta take a good look at this. Okay, I came back to the field and I tried the deep program before. I couldn't really get too much on day one, but I got something here. Very deep. Let's see what we get. Interesting. Once I take the cap off, I'm not getting anything. That's happened before though. When I got that 13-inch signal, that is exactly what happened. So I'm gonna keep going. Let's see. Nothing. Okay, let's keep going. There we go. Deep. Unfortunately, piece of iron. Just to be clear, there are signals here, but we're trying to get it to lock in on something that's deeper. This field has been pounded over the years. We've only got a few more minutes. Let's see if we can find something. Yeah, it is not to be. Let's call it a night. Now, Merrill, why are you releasing a video from January when it is like mid-April now? I think that it is very representative of what the Manticore can do. Is this a better or more capable detector than the Equinox? Yes, it is. And I have all of this reflected on my website. Notice we have an overall rating and we have a capability rating. And if you take a look, the capability rating of the Manticore is 58.1 out of a possible 60, which is exceptional. Now, if you go over to the Equinox, you get a capability rating of 56.3 out of 60. Now, the overall rating, that considers the value equation and a few other factors that do not have to do with how a detector performs, such as weight. But capability rating, it's slightly under, but I do have it ranked as my number 2 detector because they fixed the issues with leaking, they fixed the shaft, they fixed the coil ears breaking, and they definitely improved the product. I don't see more depth with it. You'll see that reflected in my ratings. You just have to go to right over in here. And I also have the Minelab Equinox 600 and 800, and it's reflected the changes that they made. The price change is also there. You'll see equal depth. You'll see equal separation. What you will see is more utility in water. So utility in water, I had to take points off on the 600 and 800 because of the leaking issues and also the build quality. So look at the different ratings. Build durability, I took points off here because of the issues with coils breaking and shafts getting stuck. Now it's carbon fiber. So all of this is reflected, and you have my full thoughts on each detector down here. As for my overall review of the Manticore, I have it at number 4 for a reason. The $1,600 price tag versus, let's say that you get a Equinox 800 or an Equinox 900. 800's $800. The 900 is going for north of $1,000. That's still an extra $600, and you're not getting that much more utility. You're getting better inference, with the target trace, no doubt about it. You're getting a more sophisticated notch. You can pump it to a higher amount of sensitivity, but is that really equating into more depth? I'm not really seeing it. Perhaps a little bit. It's reflected in the manual that you get another inch right there on their scale, at least, and it says greater than. And, in fairness, I've pulled a 13-inch signal that was very impressive with it, but is it head and shoulders over something that is $600 cheaper? I don't think so, but excellent detector. I do plan to continue to use the Manticore, and I'll adjust these ratings and say I'm wrong if I am wrong, but this is what I honestly see right now. Thanks for watching. If you don't mind, hit that thumbs up, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. That, of course, helps my channel grow, and we can make more videos like this. Thanks for watching, everybody.